Well, good morning. What a beautiful Sunday morning it is up here in northern Alberta. Sun shining, birds chirping. Crazy. There's a woodpecker in that big dead tree back there. He's been doing his thing all morning. Bang, bang, bang. Haven't filmed very much stuff over the last couple days because I've been just sitting in the tractor going round and round. But we got about what do we got? 1,250 acres in, so you can pretty much call us halfway. Should finish the barley here at the farm today, and then we got to move north of town and seed one quarter over there to barley. And because of the move and everything, we know we won't get that all today, but we'll definitely get a start on it. So I'm just going to check the oil and get Carl running so Corey and whoever she decides to take can run to town and get fertilizer. In these big tanks, buddy?
I think the bigger. Fertilizer. I forgot what was in it.
And seed?
Seed.
And barley? And then how does it come out?
Comes it out over there.
But how does it come out of these tanks? Is there little rollers in there that turn and drop the seeds down into those chutes?
Yes.
And then the fertilizer and the seed go through these tubes?
All the way over to the...
All the way over where? Into there? And then the fertilizer comes out the front one? And the seed comes out the back one? And then what's the big wheel for behind it?
To plant them in it.
It pushes them in the ground?
Yeah.
And puts the dirt over top?
Yeah. This thing takes all the mud off of it.
And that keeps the mud off the wheel?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Big chunks of mud.
And how does the seed get through the tube? What pushes it?
Air.
Air from these big fans?
Yeah. I just took a guess.
From these two, how do those fans turn? From the tractor?
From the tractor.
From the hydraulic oil? And turns the fan, and then the hydraulic oil... Actually, I don't actually know what turns those rollers.
I don't either.
It's a mystery. I know they have hydraulic lines going to them, so it must be hydraulic oil that turns them. I don't know what the...
So the fertilizer goes through these.
Uh-huh.
The seed goes through these tubes.
Uh-huh. And the big fans up here push the seed and the fertilizer through them.
Yeah. And these ones are blocked off because we're not using that middle one.
Because we don't use the middle ones, because we don't have enough runs. We'd have to buy a bigger drill and then we could add more towers. And how do we set how deep they are?
From the tractor.
No, we gotta loosen this big nut and then move these to a different notch. Right?
Mm-hmm. I'm cleaning the dirt out of it.
You clean the dirt out of there, buddy. So there you have it. That's a quick run through of the drill through the eyes of a... That's so Dad knows where the last shank is, because Dad doesn't judge depth very good with his eyes. Doesn't judge distance very well.
Why didn't you
So that was a quick walkthrough how a drill works through the eyes of a child. And now Buddy's off on his new bike. So he just picked that up on Friday, actually. He outgrew his old one. So after his hockey camp on Friday, we went over to get him a one size bigger bike. I gotta point out one thing that it's absolutely amazing. When you have springs like this, where you're early, like I think it's the 5th of May right now. Normally we start about this time. And then we go really hard, we spend like 3 days and we put all the wheat in we try to get the wheat in before the 10th. So we're just like, up at 7 in the morning or earlier, going by 7 or 8. Go all day, don't stop for lunch, go till 10, 11 at night. Everybody's running right ragged, no time for anything. Then we switch right into the barley, then we switch to the canola, and then we switch to the oats, and then we put our peas in last just because we're contrarian farmers, if you will. But those years are not as fun, for sure. Like, that's undeniable. And when you have years like this, where you've already got like half your crop in by the 4th of May, which we've had a few over the last 10 years, we, I don't know, certainly on our farm, we take the time. Like, we really enjoy it. The kids are super involved. So, of course, when you have children basically under 13 involved, everything takes a lot longer, right? They're not big enough to move the stuff around. They don't, they haven't been around long enough to get it all. So we find it very important that we take the time when we can in the springs and the falls that we're blessed to be given the time to do it. Anyways, that's a little bit about that. That's why we're not just up and going and we already have the crop in and we're all moving on to the next thing. For us, it's a little bit more than that. We actually really do enjoy farming. So we enjoy the days. Okay, buddy, you want to do a video about how bikes work? How does your bike work?
This lever is the brake.
Okay.
So it's like this. Push it when you pull it. Push it in from the wire, and then these little things will go into your tire to stop them. So, this lever controls the front brake because there's something going into these hoses, and it pulls back on the wire for these things to go into the tire so the tire can't move.
Okay.
Because see, the tire can't move when it moves.
I see it.
Same,
A different lever?
and it pushes in from this hose that goes from the car back here with this wire. So there's really nothing in the hose, it's just wire.
Okay.
And the wire pushes in with these, and then this goes into the tire. But you never want to get these jammed on, or you have to try to get them unjammed.
Oh, okay. How do you get them unjammed?
Oh, you probably need a driver and tie it.
Okay. What'd you put on your chain when you got home?
Clean oil.
You put oil on there? What's the oil do?
Makes it so the bike runs better.
Makes it so it runs better?
I found it out on my new bike. Now look it.
Yep.
There's numbers and letters on it.
Okay.
At never knew that on my other bike, and it doesn't have it on my other bike.
Oh, okay.
So it's new to my bike.
And why do you got so many different spots for the chain to go?
That's for this.
Oh? That's so you can shift gears?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
The chain moves when you're driving, I think, change gears.
Okay.
I'll make it on 2, 1, or 3.
2, 1, or 3?
I found out on 5, it's easier to stand up on your bike than sit down on the bike.
Oh, okay.
But on 2, you can sit down and go really, really fast.
Oh, okay. Cool, bud. So there comes Corey and the girls. They went to town to get fertilizer. So that is another thing that everybody pulls their weight around here. So I had a couple people and they were kind of shocked, I guess, that Corey, 1, has her class 1, and then 2, actually drives the truck to get fertilizer. Now this is really the first year she's done it. She used to take our old tandem, which she didn't like doing anymore because the old girl was getting a little underpowered for running to town. So when we picked up in Beaver Lodge, I would just take both trailers and go get 40 tons of fertilizer. But now that she's picking up in height again, she doesn't mind taking Carl for the odd trips. Of course, the kids are always around helping. Mom's done all the anhydrusing this year, except for like 1 quarter. And Dad's been in the yard loading out bags and bringing seed and bringing fertilizer and fixing things and washing trucks and greasing trucks and servicing stuff up for the summer here. So.
And I've been fixing my bike.
And Buddy's been fixing his bike. So this was one of our little rope tricks that I jacked from another YouTube guy. Of course, he has like a huge big conveyor that is mounted right to his cart. We just have this little guy that we got to push under it, but I laid this rope out so Corey knows where to drive over when she comes. Drives right over that pink flag, and then we can just push that under there. Life is good. Oop. Also mounted the flag the other day. I think that was a pretty good addition to the cart in a world where everybody's hanging up all sorts of other flags. Kind of nice to hang the Canadian one up for once the right way, or at least see it hung once the right way. Oh, what a beauty flying in the wind. Yeah, loving that. Anyways, finish this, it's probably like 80 acres now, because last year Dad took this tree line out, fence line, and then worked that slough. I don't know if you can see on the phone, but it's really dark down there. So probably got an extra 10 acres out of that, between not having to drive around nothing. So it's pretty rough, pretty sod bound, pretty gross. There's willows and stuff in there too, but I seeded into it. See how it goes. Cut the fertilizer off because I think that might be a total waste. But I'm going to meander back into the yard and then fill up, and I guess probably go north of town. We weren't 100% sure what was right there. Culvert or something? Huh. Get out of town. I think over here we're going to seed some oats, and then in this big spot here, should be about 300 acres, we'll seed peas, I guess. It encompasses this. So we're gonna have like barley. The first year ever where we actually got everything out that we could have seeded this whole thing together. So it should be about 470 acres now, because you can get right across it there. And we're breaking it back up. So it used to be about 4 little fields, and then, or what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this chunk used to be like 5 fields, divided by fence lines and a water run and stuff like that. So for the first time in like, well, I guess forever, we finally got it all so it could be one big field. And we're back to chopping it up into 3 different crops, but that's okay. Now I can, now that we got a big chunk like this, that should be, what is it, 470? Across the road is a 200-acre piece. We got 2 full halves that are 3. So yeah, maybe I should buy a bigger drill. Got enough ground. I can keep this as a backup. I can sell my flexi coil, and I can buy like a, might be something I have to look into. If the crop prices go back up, that is. If they stay low, then we won't be doing that. Well, good evening. 20 after 10, and I have stopped. I don't like this. This was an oversight by whoever put this idea together. So my tank has 3 hoses coming off the right side, left side of the meter, and 2 hoses coming off the right. So, man, that's because there's only 5 towers on that drill. They should have split it evenly. So when your tank empties, this is a side with 3, and this is a side with 2. So, you know, there's half again as much goes out this side as this side. And it's, oh man, it's so frustrating, especially when you're trying to finish up. So we're trying to finish up the barley here, and I have like, well, I gotta get to the trees. I got like 1 pass and then half a then there's a little bit of a wedge. So there's not even 1 full round, but I can't get it. And even if I was to climb in there and push this over, it wouldn't be enough. It would run out. So, and of course we're all the way north of town, and it's 20 after 10, right? Kids got school tomorrow. So, just, I'm here by myself in the tractor because I was going to finish. So I don't have a way to get back to get seed. So I have to, and now I have to inconvenience everybody who's probably getting tucked into bed, right? I gotta get Corey up, and she's been dealing with the sick baby for the last 4 days with dual ear infection, so they're all tired. Kids are already, they've been asleep for 3 hours now. It's 10:30. Junk. Over like, what do we need? 60 bushels? Unbelievable. I need like a mini bulk bag and a half. But anyways, that's that. They are on their way. Actually, I see the truck there. So I'm going to get out. I'm going to swing the auger out so we can get it unloaded quick. And then I'm going to finish up here. So we'll be done the barley. We'll be at a little over 1,500 acres, a little over half done. And I don't know what we'll do tomorrow. Maybe switch to canola. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all on the next one.